Welcome back to my space. And if you are visiting this channel for the first time, you are also highly welcome. Let's look at this question. What subdivides the greater sciatic foramen? Write on with me as I provide answer to this question. Well, the structure that is responsible for subdividing the greater sciatic foramen is the piriformis. The piriformis muscle is seen to pass through this foramen, and this is where it is seen to further subdivide it into two foramina. Before we drive further on this, let's first establish how the greater sciatic foramen is formed. We say that the greater sciatic foramen is a foramen that is created around the posterior region of the pelvic cavity. This is the posterior configuration of the pelvic cavity here. And of course, at this posterior space, we have a bony background. Around this upper region is where we have the ilium. And the ilium is seen to present an indentation that is referred to as the greater sciatic notch. And this is what is highlighted here in white. So you see this greater sciatic notch here, which is an indentation that is created on the ilium. It is this notch that is further transformed into the greater sciatic foramen. So let's drive through to see how this notch is transformed into a foramen. There is a ligament that is referred to as the sacrospinous ligament. This is the sacrospinous ligament here highlighted in yellow. The sacrospinous ligament is a ligament that runs from the spine of the ischium. This is where we have the spine of the ischium here, arrowed in black, to the sacrum. And this is where you have the sacrum here, also arrowed in black. So you see this sacrospinous ligament connecting these 2 points. And through the course that it runs, you see that it is transforming the greater sciatic notch into the greater sciatic foramen. So you have this transformation created around this posterior region. And this is what is highlighted here in dotted red. So now we have the creation of the greater sciatic foramen. This foramen is created to allow for the passage of structures. So if you look deep through this greater sciatic foramen, you have the piriformis. This is where we have the piriformis here carried at this point. The piriformis muscle is seen to have its fibers originating from the anterolateral surface of the sacrum. And this is where we have the sacrum here also arrowed at this point. And after this emergence, you see that the fibers are directed through the greater sciatic foramen. This greater sciatic foramen is what creates like an exit point of the fibers out of the pelvic cavity. And it is through this means that the fibers of the piriformis are seen to exit the pelvic cavity. And upon this exit, they are then seen to be positioned within the gluteal region. And this is why they are seen at this posterior region. The fibers are finally directed laterally, where they are then inserted on the greater truncator of the femur. And this is what is also arrowed at this point. So let's drive back to where we have the greater sciatic foramen. And this is the point here that is highlighted in dotted red. And if you look at the path through which the piriformis runs within this greater sciatic foramen, you see that it is further subdividing it into a foramen superiorly and a foramen inferiorly. So you have a foramen created superiorly here above the piriformis, of course, still within the greater sciatic foramen, and this is referred to as the suprapiriform foramen. And inferiorly, you have another foramen that is created below the piriformis, of course, also still within the greater sciatic foramen, and this is referred to as the infrapiriform foramen. So you can see that the names of these foramina are drafted based on their relation with the piriformis. If you try to use another image here, let's say this is where you have the configuration of the greater sciatic foramen. And if you look at it, you have the piriformis running through this greater sciatic foramen in this pattern. And this is what is highlighted here in black. So this piriformis is then seen to create a space above it, of course, still within the greater sciatic foramen, and also another space below it, of course, still within the greater sciatic foramen. So the space that is created superiorly is referred to as the suprapiriform foramen. This foramen is also seen to allow for the passage of some structures. And inferiorly, you have a foramen created below the piriformis that is referred to as the infrapiriform foramen. This also is created to allow for the passage of some structures. So this is how we have the piriformis subdividing the greater sciatic foramen into the suprapiriform foramen and the infrapiriform foramen. And these foramen are the names are drafted based on how they are positioned around the piriformis. I hope you find this useful. Thanks for watching.